Hello everyone, now today's video is going to be somewhat unique. I've never done something like this and I've seen other people do it. I wanted to give it a shot. Right now I am standing on board the Disney Fantasy and I just wanted to do a ship tour. I'm starting here in deck 1. I'm going to work my way up. Now, there are a couple of terms that you guys need to know to understand the ship a little better. Now, it is a bit confusing sometimes. I've been on board 3.5 days and I'm still getting confused as it is. The ship is divided into 3 sections: forward, midship, and aft. Forward is the forward, midship is the middle, and the aft is the back. There's also port side and starboard side. Now when you're facing towards the front of the ship, your port side is to the left and your starboard side is to the right. It's hard to know where you're standing and where you're facing while you're in the middle of the ship. I get confused sometimes. It's not an easy thing to understand. So if you ever need just a little bit of orientation, step outside to any of the deck, see where the ship is moving, face the front, port side, starboard side. Alright, so let's start. So in deck 1 here, I started down here. There's not much here. This will be where you get on and off in any of the port of calls. Right now we are in the Grand Cayman Islands, so people are coming on and off the tender boats that are off to the side. I got off already. I already enjoyed my time. Now, not much else. There is the health center towards the front of the ship. That's it. So let's work our way up to deck 2. So you make your way up to deck 2. There's not much here either. Right now I am facing the front. This is towards the aft. This is one of the sit-down restaurants that are on the ship. This is Enchanted Garden. Now as you make your way towards the front of the ship, you pass by these paintings. This is Vista Gallery. Now these are just paintings that are up for sale. They're stunning. They're really beautiful. You continue moving forward, right? You reach this little table right here. That is the Midship Detection Agency. You just go around solving cases with the Muppets. So here are the Midship Elevators. Those are the stairs where I came up from deck 1. Now if you make your way down this hallway, all you reach are staterooms, and if you walk all the way towards the front of the ship, you'll make it to the front elevators and stairs. Alright guys, so I made my way up to deck 3 to the aft. Now this is the furthest spot back that you could go in the aft, and this is one of the 3 restaurants that you could come to eat for dinner. This is Animator's Palette. So now we're going to make our way up port side. So port side to the left while facing the front. You reach these windows here. Now these windows give you some spectacular views of the outside. Right now, as I said before, we are docked the Grand Cayman Islands in Georgetown. So you can just come, sit down, relax, just look outside. So as you're walking down this hallway with the porthole windows in the port side of the ship, you make it here. This is one of the 2 entrances to the 3rd and final sit-down restaurant that you can have for dinner. And that is Royal Court. Royal Court is spectacular. All 3 are spectacular, honestly. So there is another entrance near the atrium of the ship, which is actually where we are heading to right now. So as you continue to walk down that hallway in the port side, you make it to the heart of the ship itself, the atrium. This place is stunning. That is the best way to put it. You have no idea how many times I've come here, recorded a couple of clips, take pictures. It is stunning and decorated for Christmas. Check that out. Check that out. That is just, yeah, I mean, I could sit here for hours. You would have live entertainers just come here, start playing music. Last night there was a violinist here playing. She's stunning. And past the stage, you make it to the other entrance to Royal Court. So now let's make our way towards the front of the ship. Continuing on the port side of the ship, you have the atrium here. You walk a little bit and you pass this. This is called the Voyage Bar, and you come here, get a drink, relax, sit in the atrium with your drink. Stunning. Now we're entering these. Now this is the mall of the ship, as I like to call it. Here you have different stores where you could come buy merchandise, buy different things to remember your vacation by. And make it to this little room right here where the hallway of the port side and the hallway of the starboard side meet and take you to the Walt Disney Theatre. Walt Disney Theatre is stunning. I can't show you anything because they do not allow us to record inside for obvious reasons. It is Broadway caliber level shows and it is amazing. Now these are just one of the entrances. You go across here, there's another door that takes you into the entrance, but this is the ground level entrance. In deck 4, right above us, you can reach the balcony seats. So we came from the atrium towards the front of the ship to the Walt Disney Theater from the port side. Now let's walk back to the atrium, but through the starboard side. Now, as you walk through the starboard side, you have more stores. Here, you keep on going, and just as you're about to make it to the atrium, you reach the guest service desk. Now, the workers here are amazing. They'll do everything in their power to make sure to fix your problem, make sure that you're having a great time. Just absolutely amazing. Now you make it up to deck 4, front or forward. You make it to the balcony seating for the Walt Disney Theater. But that's not the front. If you go through these doors right here, on the port side, you see, still got a little confused. On the port side, you reach the Vibe entrance. Now, as you continue to make your way from the front to the aft, you see, these are the doors that we just came out from the Walt Disney Theater. You reach this wooden plank deck, and it is amazing. There's so much relaxation here. You could come, you could sit down on one of these chairs, just overlook the water. Now, although it is outside, the lifeboats right above us provide excellent shade, which is actually pretty awesome. Back there you had son and his father playing shuffleboard. I'm pretty sure they're playing with the correct rules because me and my dad, we just started to invent the rules as we went along because we just did not know what to do. So I came back in through these doors right next to the Walt Disney Theater because I wanted to show you one of the things that you could find on the port side of the ship in the front. That is the Buena Vista Theater. Now, Buena Vista Theater is the movie theater on board, and they show some amazing movies. Today, Lion King, Captain Marvel, the new Maleficent movie, and Frozen 2. Sometimes you get the movies that are in the theater. If you're lucky enough to be on board when a movie premieres, you will get the premiere of the movie on board. And we just passed by the confectionery stand where you can buy popcorn, snacks, and all those different things. Now, those are not included on the price of the cruise. Those do come at an additional cost. Coming in from the Buena Vista Theater in the port side, you reach your picture central shutters. All the pictures of the photographers on board the Disney cruise that take your pictures, either the portrait pictures that you saw me and my family taking. If you saw the vlogs, I'll link it in the I button up on top. Now, those pictures are not included in the price of admission. Those do cost quite a hefty sum of money, I'm not gonna lie. But some of those pictures are beautiful. Maybe it's just a photographer catching you in the middle of a mini golf game, or it's those portrait pictures that you could find basically anywhere. So now, shutters right here, group doing the art of the something tour, which tells you about the design and the Imagineering that went along with building the ship. You make it back to the heart of it all, the atrium. Now, if you make your way from port side around here where Stitch is meeting guests, you make your way to port side of it, starboard side of the ship, and you make it to this little thing right here, Vista Cafe. Vista Cafe is just a little tiny spot where you could come, get some coffee, get some pastries, sit down by a porthole, relax, and spend the time. With Vista Cafe back there, heading towards just a little bit after the ship, you make it here. Now, this is the Vacation Planning and Disney Vacation Club desks. Here they can help you plan your next vacation or purchase some Disney Vacation Club points. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, for example, me and my family, we put in something called a placeholder, which are these little things right here. Now, placeholders, you put down $250 and it saves your place for a potential future cruise. Now, when you're on board and you book your next cruise, you get a 10% discount and you only put down 10% of a down payment rather than the 20% that you're supposed to put when you first book it. What the placeholder does is you put in $250, you keep that chance of getting that 10% and only putting down 10% down payment on a cruise after you leave the ship. So that way you keep it on, you look for the ship that you want to go on, you look for the itinerary you want to do in a future cruise, you do it, those $250 go into the total price of the cruise, and you get all the things. Back there, the atrium and shutters. We're making our way towards the aft of the ship on deck 4. This is honestly party central. This is where you're gonna find many amazing events, such as the ones that are hosted right here. This is D Lounge. Now D Lounge is like a family event central. That's what is a good description, honestly. Came up with that on the spot. But seriously, there are many events that go on there. For example, me, Ash, and Ale, we participated in Ultimate Disney Trivia. Now, we didn't do that good, but it was fun. It was fun, it was entertaining. Many epic events that go on in there. But you continue and make it to one of my favorite areas on the ship, if not my favorite, the adult lounges. Now this is where the true relaxation and partying comes into play. So entering from port side, you see it takes some time to get used to. Coming from the port side hallway that we just came from, the atrium, we enter here. This is the Piazza. It is nice, awesome lounge. I heard an Irish band play some outstanding, amazing music yesterday. You got your bar in the center where you can get some drinks. Now, when you enter, to the right, you have O'Gill's Pub, which is, well, we'll go in there in a minute. You got Ooh La La over there, and you continue forward, right? Make it to that hallway all the way over there. That's where you're gonna find the bathrooms, and if you continue going, that's where you're gonna find the tube. Let's go into O'Gill's Pub. This is O'Gill's Pub. Now O'Gill's Pub is a sports pub. And you come in here, you got the bar back there, get a drink, sit down by the TVs, you start watching some sports. Now I came here just to watch sports. Wherever there are sports for me, that is the place to be. So we come over here and we reach the entrance to La La La. Now I can't go in because there is a private event going on, but this is the fancy place in the ship. It is amazing. It is the champagne bar. So you go in there to drink some champagne. It is incredibly fancy. I'll show you guys some B-roll that I got while being on the ship, but it is kind of too fancy for my liking. Now you make your way across and you reach this windy hallway. These are the bathrooms. Now I'm not going to take you guys in because that's kind of weird, but the bathrooms are stunning. And as you make your way past this winding hallway, you reach the tube. Let's head in. The tube is another bar place, but they have taken down the alcohol because right now there is an event going on which is family friendly. Now, this will happen from time to time that there is a family friendly event going on in the tube. So I would suggest checking out the Navigator, checking out the Navigator app, see if there are any family friendly events going on here, as there is right now. But on the other hand, at night, that is when this place becomes the place to be. Past 9 p.m., the adult lounges and the adult area becomes exclusively adult only. So none of these family-friendly events happen after 9 p.m. But it becomes lit at night. Sister and I, we came last night. We were partying, and that was awesome. But now, as you exit the tube and walk down its hallway, you make it here. These are the Aft Elevators. But there's one more lounge that I would like to show you guys, but it is currently closed for a private function, and that is Skyline Lounge. The Skyline Lounge is just simply amazing. It is amazing. You get the skyline of popular cities from around the world and in Europe. It is truly beautiful and stunning. Well guys, I just really couldn't resist the urge to show you guys the bathrooms. These are the bathrooms in the adult lounges. They are amazing. you got this amazing art right here of a matador. You have the bathrooms here. It's kind of small, and 2 people can use the bathroom. I didn't want to bring you guys in because it's a bathroom, but hey, no one's here, so I took advantage. Now, one more thing that I would like to mention about Deck 4. I mean, Deck 4 is jam-packed. This is where everything happens, huh? Now, Deck 4 is also the jogging track. So, this outside deck where I love to hang out with. If you are into fitness and you would like to continue in shape while being on the cruise, you would like to go for a jog, I would suggest here. Now, this is the official jogging track of the cruise, and the views that you could get while jogging are just spectacular. I mean, just being able to jog by the water, spectacular. We made our way up to Deck 5, and we are in the aft section. The first part of the aft, behind the aft elevators, and a little bit forward, are staterooms. Now, we're gonna skip this part and we're gonna get to where everything else is. So after you make it past the staterooms, go around the hallway and make it out to the port side of the ship, you make it to the kid lounges. Now here you have the Oceaneers Lab, and a little bit in front of us you have the Oceaneers Club. Now this is where you could come and drop off your little kid, and they're gonna have an incredible time. I went to the open house of the Oceaneer Club. It was pretty awesome. Oceaneer Lab is amazing as well. Both are connected, and none of them have to walk into the actual hallway. Both are connected from a little hallway in the back, and there's no worry as to leaving your kid there. They'll have the time of their life and be well protected by the Disney cruise staff. Okay, so it's actually the Oceaneer Lab that I saw. I have not been into the Oceaneer Club just yet. If I do happen to get the opportunity to go in another open house, I'll show you guys right now. If you have really small children, ages 3 and under, you can drop them off here at the It's a Small World Nursery. Now here, they'll take great care of your kids and have them in a great and friendly environment. Now I have not been able to go inside. I don't know if I can. If I can, I'll show you guys now. If I can't, I'm sorry. Now, as you walk past that hallway over here, you make it back to the heart of the ship, the beautiful Atrium. Now right across the Atrium, right here on the port side, you have another table right here for the Midship Detection Agency. Past the Midship Detection Agency, you reach this desk right here, which is Port Adventures. Now Port Adventures are the excursions by Disney in the Port of Calls. And as I'm talking, we have the man himself, Mickey Mouse. So if you want to do any Disney excursion, that is where you want to go. If you're going to book it on cruise, or if you just have any questions regarding about it, that is where you would go. Now, as you continue to make it towards the front of the ship, you make it to the 2nd floor of the Buena Vista Theatre. Now the rest of Deck 5 are just staterooms and vibe. Now decks 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are just all staterooms. So let's make it all the way up to Deck 11.
Deck 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, we make it to my favorite area of the ship, Quiet Cove. Now, the adult section of the ship, of the top decks, is split between Deck 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to show you all of Deck 11, and then I'll show you Deck 12 over there on the back side of the ship, come back up, then I'll show you the 13th floor after that. So I'm going to stay on the same deck, show you everything on that deck, and work my way up, still showing you everything that there is available on decks 11, 12, and 13. Now it might be a little bit confusing, but I will be constantly stating where I am on the ship at all times. So right now I am on Deck 11. This is the adults only section, and it is quiet. And when it says quiet, it honestly means it. Now, you might be hearing some noise. Yes, of course, there are people here. It's a bit crowded actually, and they're talking. When you make it to the pool deck, you understand why it's called Quiet Cove. So let's move on. As you walk out the doors of the front elevators, on your way to the port side of the ship, you make it to the Jacuzzi. Now, that is the place you want to be if you want to relax. Nice, hot water, relaxing, beautiful view of the ocean, and there is a glass under the pool so that actually you can look under. Now, might be a little bit frightening, but nothing to worry about. Here on deck 11, you reach an amazing place to relax. It's called Cove Cafe. Now, Cove Cafe is located right near the entrance of the adult-only section here on deck 11, on the port side. It is an amazing place. I had a coffee here the other day, and it was spectacular. It's a great place to be, and I love the smell of coffee houses and coffee shops. It's amazing. So now we're going to exit this right here, and now we made it to the pool deck, which is the family zone. Now, just as you come out of the adult only section on the port side, you reach frozen treats and ice cream. Now this is where you can get beverages, you get alcoholic beverages, you can get Dole Whip. You get Dole Whip in frozen treats, and your ice cream are just your soft serve machines. Now, let's go to the starboard side. On the starboard side, here we have Float 8 Cafe. Now here you could get different little plates for lunch, dinner, whatever you want. You get chicken tenders, you can get pizza, grilled cheese sandwiches. Classics, but very, very, very good. Let's make our way back to port side and get some more ice cream. Got my banana ice cream. Let's move on. Now on both sides, you're gonna find this area right here where you could look outside and they're playing my favorite Disney song. You can look out, chill out by the pool deck, just look out into the ocean and relax. Now, to make your way to the actual middle of the ship, you reach the actual pools. Now these are the family communal pools, and this is Funnel Vision. Funnel Vision is a giant screen on the pool deck where you get to show, where they show movies, you get to see them. Right now they are showing Tarzan, which is tied in first place for my favorite movie. Now you continue walking and you reach the soda machines. Soda machines are on both sides of the ship and actually very effective and useful. And trust me, you want to be drinking a lot of soda in this Caribbean heat. And all the way in the aft of the ship, in deck 11, we reach Cabanas. Cabanas is the buffet on board, and food is actually pretty good. Now they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now dinner, you want to be in those sit-down restaurants, but if you wanted a different option, Cabanas is always a choice. But for breakfast and for lunch, Cabanas is the way to go. It is amazing. But one other thing that I would like to mention about deck 11, right now we're on the starboard side, are the Mickey slide. The Mickey slide is a tiny little slide for kids between the ages of 4 and 14, or those, you know, maybe they're just too scared to ride the aqueduct, but they still want to go through a slide. This one's not as intense and still fun, so that they can have a good time. Now behind Mickey slide, you reach Nemo's Reef. The entrance is right over there. Now, Nemo's Reef is a tiny little water park for your kids. Now this is made for small kids around the same age for the Mickey slide. They can just go in there, have a great time, and you won't have to worry about a thing. As you make your way into the Cabanas entrance starboard, you make it to Sweet On You. Now Sweet On You is the premier ice cream shop here on board. It is where you can find some amazing ice cream flavors, but it does come at an extra cost. So just something to keep in mind. As you go up the aft elevators from deck 11 to deck 12, you make it to this little area right here, where in the right you have Remy, in the left you have Paulo, and right in the middle you have the Meridian. Now the Meridian is a great little lounge to come and relax. Right now there's a private session going on. I'm not gonna go in there. It is a quiet little lounge to go relax and get great views of the water and of the ocean. Now, Paulo and Remy are adult-only premier restaurants on board. They are signature dining locations here, and they do come at an additional cost and do require reservations. Now currently I am on the outside deck of deck 12 on the starboard side. Now, in order to make it here, you cannot go up the aft stairs. You would have to go up the deck stairs that are located outside by the pool deck area. So to get to deck 12, you would either have to take the stairs from deck 11 up on the outside, but if you take the deck 11 aft stairs inside, it would take you to Apollo and Remy. Bit confusing, but once you see it for yourself, you'll understand. Now here you have the entrance to the Aqualab. Now this is another one of those little water park pool areas for little kids and for families. Now if you don't want to be in the pool deck downstairs where there are a million people, this could be a quiet little place for you to come if it's not crowded. As you make your way to the front of the ship, you make it to this little area where you can overlook deck 11, which is the pool deck. Check it out. Here you have the pool deck, amazing views. Here you have the Mickey slide, and two right here directly facing funnel vision towards the aft of the ship. Yes, the aft of the ship. You have the entrance to the aqueduct. Now the aqueduct is that water slide. It is awesome, and I highly recommend giving it a try if you come to the cruise. Or if you've come to a cruise and you haven't done it, you are missing out, because the aqueduct is so much fun. It is a bit intense in the beginning right here, so you get a little bit of adrenaline, but after you make it to this side right here, it's smooth sailing, and you get to get amazing views of the port or of the ocean. So as you make your way from the aft to the front of the ship, you make it to like this little deck area right here overlooking the pool area. Now this is where, I mean, you could come, you could relax, not as much crowds as down there. You could overlook the ocean, but you could also get prime viewing of the sail away party when you leave. Now that is where I saw it, and I was far away. My view was a bit obstructed, and yet I still had a pretty decent view of everything. Going from the aft to the front, we have made it back to the adult only section of pool decks. Now here we are on the second floor, the deck 12 of Quiet Cove. Now that is Quiet Cove. Come up here, you got a quiet little deck area, which is actually quite relaxing. So the first thing that you come across is the Funnel Puddle Pool. The Funnel Puddle Pool is just another way to sit back, relax, go swimming for a little bit. Well, not really swimming, that's like 2 inches of water, but but just relax in the water for a little bit. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to come up to the deck, relax for a little bit, overlook the ocean, sit down on one of these pool chairs, and it is truly remarkable. Now, I know it's a bit confusing because Quiet Cove is for adults and deck 13 is for adults, but this section of deck 12 is actually for families. Now, that little photo puddle pool is actually for children, and this is a great quiet place to escape the massive and very loud crowds of the regular pool deck. Now let's make our way up to deck 13 forward. Once you come up the deck stairs from deck 12, you make it to the Currents Bar. Currents Bar, small little bar area here where you get a drink, come and sit down, relax, look out into the ocean, and truly enjoy quiet and peaceful vacationing. Now, one thing to mention about this area right here, deck 13 of Currents, is that while you're facing the front port side, it is the smoking area. That little seating area right here is the smoking area. Now, to the starboard side here, you got a couple of chairs, sit back and relax, just like the other side. But if I am not mistaken, this area is not for smoking, only that area. So you get an area fairly similar to the one all the way over there without the smoke. So if it bothers you, I would suggest going to the starboard side. Past that area, into this little corner right here, we make it to my favorite area on the cruise, Satellite Falls. Check this place out. This is the prime place to relax if you are above 18. First off, Satellite Falls pool right there. amazing. I mean, I've come here already once or twice, I think, but I spent a long time in there. It is relaxing, it is amazing, and you make your way past these glass panes. You actually make it to the front of the ship. Check out this view, guys. You cannot beat it. Whether you are docked in port or whether you're out in the middle of the ocean, this is a view you truly cannot beat. Now down there, that is actually the sun deck of Vibe. Well, tour of the ship isn't over quite yet. We still have 2 more areas to explore. But I just wanted to mention one thing. You see these panes of colored glass that are blocking our view? That is the Concierge Club level deck thing. I wish I could go in there, but that is where the people that spend tens of thousands of dollars on their cruises go. I would love to go in there, but it's a lot of money. So Satellite Falls is in deck 13 in the front of the ship. It is part of the adult only section. But if you make it to Midship Aft, you make it to Goofy's Sports Deck. Now, this is one of my favorite areas as well. So the minute you make it up from the deck stairs from deck 12 to deck 13, you get the basketball court. A bunch of kids playing a game right there. Seems like fun. Trust me, when you're playing basketball and you're shooting hoops and you got that view, trust me, it is awesome. So from the basketball court, if you head to the port side and continue walking towards the aft, you make it to Goofy Sports Simulator. That's it. So Goofy Sports Simulator is an additional cost, but it is pretty epic.
Off the rim, last shot.
Sports simulators are screens that simulate
Bounces off the rim and in.
You get to play
Sign this
sports.
shooter
You
to
get to
a
play
contract.
basketball, golf,
Player
hockey,
to win.
baseball, a bunch of
Game
different
over.
things. So that's actually pretty epic. I'm not going to try it out this vacation, but I do have plans of trying it out in the future. Directly in the back of the ship in the sports deck, you have foosball tables, the golf course. Now the mini golf course starts on the starboard side, besides from the starboard side, makes its way all around and finishes right next to Goofy Sports Simulator. Whew, man, it's hot. The final area of the ship that I wanted to show you guys was deck 14. This is actually the first time I'm up here. This is the observatory. Check it out. It's the highest point of the ship. Check out this view. It is amazing. If you just want to come up here, relax for a little bit, get a nice view of everything, I suggest coming up here. Now there are some times where it is closed for private events, and there you will not be able to come in, but besides that, come on in. The final area of the entire ship, forgot about it, but as you walk down the stairs from the observatory, or if you take the Midship Elevators, you make it to Edge. Now Edge is Edge. Now Edge is for kids ages 11 to 14. It is the tweens club. So for those that are just in between, they're not kids, they're not teens, they're tweens. Come out here. Elevator open. It kind of looks pretty lit in there. I can't go in there. Now obviously I'm a bit too old for this. But if you have tweens from the ages of 11 to 14, you want to send them off by themselves, want to have some alone time without them, drop them off here, release them, go have fun. Guys, I hope you found this ship tour helpful or gives you some insight as to what to expect when you come to the Fantasy on your next cruise. It is a very big ship. Trust me, this took a long time. And there's so much to do and so much to see. Now, can you do everything while you're here with us 7 days? Probably not. But it's at least worth a shot, huh? Thank you for being part of the Disney family, and see you real soon.